well, if anyone has grown around violence in general, what impact did that have on you, seeing all that violence around you? And which places do you feel more or less safe in general?
For me, personally, growing up where I grew up and my environment at home and stuff, like seeing stabbings and shootings, because I lived in an area where I could hear the shootings and the stabbings at night. I was up, like my garden, opposite my garden was like a drug house. So I would see them hopping into my garden, the police raiding the houses and stuff. And being exposed to that, I didn't realize at the time how much it actually affected me in a way where I was so angry, but I didn't know what I was angry at. I was angry at the world. I was taking it out on my friends, people I care about. And now that I reflect and I look back, definitely the environment where I came from, like it influenced how I behaved in school quite a lot. Because I'm a strong believer in physics. I studied physics at A-level. I believe that energy cannot be created or destroyed. You know the conversation
Yeah, it can
of
just
energy.
be transferred. Yeah.
If you're surrounded by negative energy and you absorb that, some people are going to pull it out in a physical form, in a violent way. And I definitely think that my surroundings and how I grew up influenced me, and also losing friends as well. That was make or break, because I lost quite a few friends to knife crime, gun crime. I had to run for my life because of gun violence and stuff like that. And I think having something to live for is very important, because if you don't have anything to live for, then you don't see the value in life. And me having something to live for, like my family, my friends, my future, kept me on the right path, I think, in a way. Because if I never had that, then I would have easily been influenced and wanted revenge for my friends who have died or stuff like that. So
I think when it comes to me, I mainly felt safe at school. Maybe not school in general, because we had our own problems in there, but mainly my head of school. Like, as I mentioned before, she was like a mom to me, and a lot of people in our school, and she's done a lot. So even times where like home didn't feel like the most safe place or the most welcoming place, I literally was living in my school. Like, I would sign up for extracurricular stuff. I did drama for like literally since I remember, and because my head of school, like, she introduced that one club in there and she was running it. So anywhere she was, I was there. I was literally doing reading after school. Like, I was getting involved in so many activities after school just so I could be in the school. Like, my neighborhood was very problematic and outside wasn't a safe place, and she created that safe space in the school. And I know that's not a lot of people's reality. Some people absolutely hate school, but the only reason I loved my school, it was because she was there and she made that space safe for me and for like many other children. But yeah, I think my school because of her, and then home sometimes, because of my parents and whatnot. But definitely my neighborhood in general. Or when I went to high school, that wasn't a safe place. Primary school was safe. High school was a shambolic place, but I still had the opportunity to still have contact with her and still do stuff within my primary school. So yeah, that's my safe space.
I genuinely feel like I didn't have a single safe place growing up, other than the football pitch. Like, that was without football, I feel like I would have been a lot worse, because in primary school, like you're going to a school that's predominantly Black, Caribbean, Eastern European students, and the demographic of teachers reflecting that aren't the same as the demographic of students. So it's like they don't understand you. They approach you with a guard up. I didn't feel safe to talk to them. Secondary school, all the violence and the crime in the area, the same for sixth form. I think football, definitely, having something to do, a hobby, finding something where you can like escape reality for a bit, even if it's 90 minutes. That, for me, that was my safe place.
Yeah.
I think my safe space would, at first I was going to say at home, but, and like, yeah, sure that was, but actually, weirdly enough, I think I was online. Looking back on it, I don't think I wasn't safe, but I thought I was safe. I didn't see what was happening back then, so that's fine. So yeah, I think my safe space was online.
Yeah.
What's your safe space growing up?
I pretty much every place for me I felt safe. I guess when I was growing up, the streets at night, like you're usually told, but I was also a child, so that kind of made sense. But then we progressively moved into nicer and nicer areas, and now I don't feel, I feel safe even at 2 a.m. on the streets. So
I think looking at the other side of the spectrum as well, I did sometimes felt like safer outside on the streets with my friends, and I feel like that's sometimes like a perspective that a lot of people ignore, because you know the streets ain't safe. They're not really safe, but I feel like sometimes you can make it your safe space because you're so used to it that it's the only normal thing around you. So that's like another perspective. But yeah, I know a lot of people do see the outside world as a safe environment rather than just being at home and deal with certain things at home or deal with certain things in the school as well.
Last point. Last point.
Oh yeah, I was going to just add to what I said before. I feel like, to be honest, no one was really safe at all, and I feel like I was always really on edge. I was paranoid. As you know, even just like struggling sleeping, just because you're just consistently thinking, oh, what's this, what's that.